We are live and we got some things to discuss. Switch 2 on top. Let's go.
Oh, we have on camera Reggie Pizza Man!
Obi-Wan plays.
Yes, right. What's up? All right.
Obi-Wan plays.
What is going on, everybody? How are y'all doing? What's up to everybody coming into the chat? Go ahead, Brielle.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. What's up, everybody coming into the chat? Khalil says May 8th, the U.S. pre-orders. We got to clarify that misinformation being spread by IGN and their low down dirty lies. No, it's not. But we're going to talk about it. What's up, ASAP, Chris? Crazy old school. Ed, what's up, my guy Chris and Ed? Y'all better be on 2K next year. Dial in. O-City, Preach. Lake Show, Romaine, B-Man, Jimmy, Undefined, and Daniel rounding out the top ones with the Noti Gang, the Noti Gang, the Noti Gang. What's up, everybody coming into the chat? Make sure your notifications are on so you know when I go live. My sponsors get an inside scoop because I at them on the Discord that I'm about to go live. We're going to be giving away Switch 2 console. We are going to be giving away another. We already gave one away. ASAP's getting the first one. The second one, shout out to Mur. Switch 2 console, Mario Kart World, 512 gigabyte micro SD express card will be to a lucky subscriber. And Broken said he turned his notification off. Broken, I was right about to give you your mod back, bro. You stick your foot in your mouth. All right, what's up to everybody coming into the chat? And you want to join a dope gaming community? Links in the description. 3 ways to join. We lit, my guy. Chris, laugh at him with the blue mod icon next to your name. Stop the cap. Look at this, look at this. Broken say stop the cap. Watch this. I'm going to give you your mod. Add as a mod. Standard, added. Broken, you are back a mod. Type something, Broken. Type something in the chat right now. Type it. Type. Say something. Say, what's up, Obi? Say, Obi, you the GOAT. Say, Obi is the greatest ever. Type something. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to be nice now. Watch this. Watch this. Remove. Type something, Broken. Type something, Broken. Type something, you the GOAT. My guy was a mod for 2 seconds, bro. He was a mod for 2 seconds. All right, let me see that coming. All right, let me add. All right, Broken, let me put you back as a mod, bro. Add as a mod. As a mod. Let's go. Save. Lake Show says... Code Obi, bro. Good one. What did Lake Show say? Lake Show say, I deserve it. Lake Show, you're a mod too. All right, we're not going to give out no more mods. Standard mod. All right, Lake Show's a mod too. All right, now let's get out of here. Samuel, get on the other side. We got a lot of news to discuss in one epic video. Bro, can you back a mod, bro? Because you the homie, bro. All right. Let's talk about... We got a lot of news to talk about. I don't even know where to begin. Let's begin with the hypocrisy of the internet. Bruh. Sony just announced The Last of Us Complete Edition for $110. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I better not see one single... Red said, where's my mod status? Red with the $2 super chat. Show my guy Red some love. All right, Red, just because you... All right, this is it. Last person I'm giving a mod to today. All right, I'm going to give Red, you a mod. Because you've been rocking for a long time. All right, Red gets a mod. All right, no more mods. No more mods, guys. All right? Nobody else asks. We're not giving out any more mods. All right. Let's show my guy Red some love for the $2 super chat. Dial in. No Sag, Bowsette, Dion, Great Boomy, Dark. Everyone is typing Red in the chat. Where you at? Now, Sony just announced Last of Us Complete Edition for $110. Here's my issue with that. No, I still would have been upset. Bro, you know how many times they re-released this game? They've been milking Last of Us since the PlayStation 3 for $110. And y'all crying over a brand new Mario Kart World game that most of y'all gonna be playing for the next 8 years, and y'all are gonna get way more than $80 worth. I just want to let y'all know, and Broken, you can still talk trash even though you're a mod. I'll just be playing with you, so you can still say I ain't getting Mario Kart 8 or Mario Kart World, even though you're still gonna get it, bro. They are reselling us the same games again and again and again, this time for $110. And y'all fake raging over a brand new Mario Kart World game. So, nobody that buys Last of Us again better not say nothing about Mario Kart World. I just need to get that off my chest. This game's gonna be epic. Broken says it's not worth $80. I'm still buying it though. You don't even got the game, Broken. You don't know what the game is worth. Wait till the 17th when Nintendo unleashes more epicness. We get another Nintendo Direct on the 17th, bro. Nintendo is spoiling us. Epic, epic, epic. All right. Keep up the good work. ASAP Pops, appreciate it, bro. All right. Mario Kart World is Mario Kart World is gonna be epic. All right, we got a couple more news items to talk about. Let's talk about this. What I tweeted out on Twitter. I need to get this off my chest. I've heard someone say this past week or so, I forgot who it was, that the Switch One's first year lineup is still better than the Switch 2's. And I beg to differ. Let's talk about it. This is what I tweeted out on Twitter. Let me pull up my tweet. And I'm going to let y'all know why Switch 2's launch year is actually better than Switch 1. In my opinion. I tweeted out a long tweet explaining why the Switch 2's year is better than Switch 1. Switch 1 had an epic launcher. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Twitter. But bro, Switch 2's launch year is turning out to be better than Switch 1. And I'm going to break it down with the facts. All right, come on. What are you going to do? You going to sit down? I'm going to break it down with the facts. First off, this is what I said. I personally, this is me talking. Sam, do we play? Hi, don't spam in the chat, Sam. I personally would take Switch 2's launch year over Switch 1. We got a couple of news items to talk about, but I just got to get this off. Don't get me wrong. Switch 1 had an amazing year. But for me, Donkey Kong Bonanza cancels out Odyssey. So with 3D platforming, they're equal. I'm just as hyped for Donkey Kong Bonanza as I was for Mario Odyssey. I'm still gonna get my big 3D first party platforming game. Mario Odyssey was epic. And Donkey Kong Bonanza also looks epic. And so on the 3D platforming, it's canceled out. And still to be revealed who officially is the developer for this Donkey Kong Bonanza game. But I have an inclination it's an epic, it's a dope studio doing this. All right. So, and it could be the same studio that did Odyssey. So, on the 3D platformer, look how epic this game looks, bro. This game is going to be crazy. The destructible environments, good stuff. Of course, Bonanza looks better because it's on more powerful hardware. And you can't do all this destructible environment stuff on the Switch 1 and keeping a smooth frame rate. So, but I'm just saying Odyssey as a game is still just as good. So they're equal. They're equal. I'm not going to put Mario below it or anything. But they're equal. They cancel out on the 3D platforming front. First, shout out to everybody coming into the stream. We are at, Samuel, turn on the light in my game room.
I got it.
All right, never mind. Brielle will do it. Don't do it, Samuel. All right. We are at 29 likes. I need 11 people give the stream a thumbs up. Let's crush 40 likes. 40 likes. All right. So, Switch 1 versus Switch 2 first year lineup. What's up to everybody coming into the chat? On the 3D platformer, they're equal. Now, a new Mario Kart World versus on the Switch 1, a port of Mario Kart 8. In this regard, Switch 2 has a leg up. Anybody in their right mind would take a brand new Mario Kart game over a port of a previous generation Mario Kart game. So, a new Mario Kart World gets the nod over the Wii U port of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Y'all see how Switch 2 is, if we just objectively looking at it. All right. Now, let's keep going. And I know Lake Shows might disagree with this because he's a Metroid Prime. He's not a hater, but he's not up there with Metroid Prime like me. But the next is, for me, I am just as hyped for Metroid Prime 4 as I was for Breath of the Wild. Those two games cancel out for me. I'm just as hyped for this game as I was for Zelda Breath of the Wild. I am hyped. What's up to Echidna with the 5? I said I wasn't giving out any more mods. Echidna said, where's my mod status? Kidding, Echidna. Add as a mod. I might have too many mods now. Echidna! Everybody spam Echidna in the chat.
Let me spam Echidna.
All right, type Echidna. A-K-I-D-D-N. Push A. Push A right there. A, push enter. Enter. Everybody spam Echidna. More mods coming. All right, no more mods. No more mods. Echidna, Dion, Dark, No Sag, Kiki, B-Man, Lake Show, Undefined, Retro, Doreen. They're all spamming Echidna. So, let's keep it going. For me, this is controversial for some, but for me, it's as clear as water. Metroid Prime 4 and Breath of the Wild just as hyped for both games. So they cancel out for me. For me, I'm just as hyped for Prime 4. Switch 2. Now here's the next thing where Switch 2, even if Metroid Prime 4 is $80, I get it facts right. I get this game for $80. Now here's the next category where the Switch 2 one-ups the Switch 1 again. Third-party support, and this is big. Switch 2 will have way better third-party support year one. Why? During year one of the Switch 1, devs were running away from Nintendo because of the Wii U. Because of the Wii U, the third-party support was not strong first year of the Switch 1. Completely different for Switch 2. Out the gates, they're getting major third-party support. Street Fighter 6 as a third-party game trumps anything that was on the Switch 1 its first year from a third-party developer. For me, Street Fighter 6 day one by easy. So the Switch 2 is going to have better third-party support than the Switch 1. And this is something else that might be a little controversial for some, but it's clear for me. I would give Kirby Air Riders the nod over Splatoon 2. Now here's why. I prefer Splatoon as a franchise over Kirby Air Riders. Don't get that wrong. But Splatoon 2 felt so similar to Splatoon 1. Splatoon 2, my least favorite Splatoon game. Splatoon 1, then Splatoon 3, then Splatoon 2 in that order. Don't get me wrong, Splatoon 2 is still a fantastic game. But low-key, that was Splatoon 1.5, if we're being honest. So a brand new IP in Kirby Air Riders, I would say, gets the nod over Splatoon 2. And check this out. If we round it out, factoring in Zelda, the Age of Imprisonment, and Pokemon ZA Switch 2 edition. This is the Switch 1 edition showing. But the Switch 2 edition, and we're getting Madden and Next Gen 2K. Come on, bro. Objectively speaking, the Switch 2's launch year beats out the Switch 1's launch year. If we just objectively lay out what's coming out on the Switch 2 in its first year and lay out what happened to Switch 1 first year, the Switch 2, Nintendo managed to have a better first year than the Switch 1, which I thought would be almost impossible because we had a big Mario and a big Zelda. But we're getting big Mario Kart, big Metroid, Pokemon, Zelda. We are getting Nintendo's delivering this year. Avengers, I did too. All right, we're getting, and there are a lot of third-party games that have yet to be announced that we know are coming to the Switch 2. What is that? Marvel Rivals. That's coming to the Switch 2. The developers already said that they're working on the game. They have Switch 2 dev kits, but it hasn't been officially announced yet. And so Nintendo is going to go crazy this generation. The only thing that's hampering Nintendo right now is the whole tariff situation, pre-orders, and pricing. Nintendo gets that cleared and under control, and we got good news this week that there's going to be a 90-day pause. It's going to be a great first year and generation for Nintendo gamers. So just had to get that off my chest that the Switch 2's first year actually outshines Marvel Cosmic Invasions. Is it that 2D beat 'em up game? Is that coming out this year? That's going to be epic too. All right. Let's get to another one. We have another news item, This is pretty dope. This is pretty lit. Let's actually check out this. It's a short trailer. Hold on. This is my mom and dad is calling me. They're supposed to be coming up visiting. I'm pausing for 1 second. Yeah, hey, shout out to my guy Herson, our latest Mario Kart tournament champion for the sponsors. Sir Herson with the $2. Wait me when it's June 5th. I'm gonna hibernate. I feel you, Herson. Hey, spam Herson in the chat. Herson, I still listen. Yeah. Herson, I still got your $20 eShop code coming. I haven't forgotten about you. Amazon used to just deliver them instantly. I don't know why they trip now, and they're doing it funny. All right, everyone who's typing Herson, Dion, Dark, Lake Show, No Sag, Jonas, what's up, Jonas, Kiki, Red, Retro, Van Life, Anthony, everybody spamming Herson in the chat. Appreciate the $2 super chat, Herson. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the love from everyone. All right. This is a short trailer, but we got to check this out. Nintendo just announced more games coming. Free games for Nintendo Switch Online members. 3 Genesis games. 2 of them I know are baggers. One of them especially, we're going to actually play one of them at the end of this stream. Oh my goodness. All right, let's check out this trailer. And then we're going to go on to the next news item. But let's do this announcement. This is dope. This is good stuff, bro. Brah. Joshua, move out. Move. That was my childhood. I was a Super Nintendo kid first, but I was on that Sega Genesis heavy too as a kid, bro. Let's go. Other side, Samuel. The first game. Not just one of the best Sega Genesis games, but one of the best 16-bit games of all time. Now, Streets of Rage 2 was the best in the series. But the first one, iconic, bro. We're going to play it too live on stream. Hey, if any sponsors have it, did this have 2 players at the same time? If it does, if any sponsors want to run Streets of Rage with me, just for a little bit, we'll just check it out. Let me know. Wow. Oh, it did have 2 players at the same time. Streets of Rage. So good. Bruh. Iconic beat 'em up. So we are getting Streets of Rage and Super Thunderblade. Also iconic. I remember this game too. Hey. Super Thunderblade. This was a dope game. I had this game too, bro. I remember this game. So iconic, man. This third last game, I don't know this game. eSWAT. Never played this. Never played eSWAT. That's cool though. At least like a typical Sega Genesis game. It's like a RoboCop type game. Alright, so Nintendo just announced another batch of free games for Nintendo NSO subscribers. The volume hurts. Yeah, I turned down the volume. So we're definitely going to be checking out Streets of Rage at the end of the stream. But this is the dope stuff. All right, let's talk about Switch 2 and the pre-order situation. There is some misinformation, and I think IGN corrected it, but it's too late. People are already running with. IGN had tweeted out, they put up a whole article saying Nintendo Switch 2 pre-order invitations are rolling out on May 8th. So May 8th is the new pre-order date according to IGN, and that's false. What's going on May 8th? It's the original invitations for my Nintendo. If you showed interest, Wumbo with the $1 super chat. Somebody type Wumbo in the chat. Wumbo. Just push enter. Push enter. That's shift. Push enter. All right. Wumbo. Somebody type Wimbledon. Wimbledon. Hey, shout out to Wumbo for the $1 super chat. Appreciate it, my guy. They're spamming Wumbo in the chat. So, Nintendo Switch 2 pre-order invitations are going out May 8th. That's if you registered for interest. And there's criteria. You had to be a My Nintendo subscriber for at least 12 months. And I believe you had to have at least 50 hours of playtime within the last year. So there are stipulations, and this is to get the Switch 2 directly, to pre-order directly through the Nintendo store, directly through Nintendo. So May 8th is the date. So check if you registered your interest. Double check your emails. Make sure to see if you get, and if you do get an invitation from Nintendo, they said that you get up to 72 hours to respond. So you have 72 hours to respond, which is a lot of time, 3 days to respond. I'm hoping I'm in that first round, and then we pre-order. So it seems like Nintendo's going to do it every 3 days. They're going to send out more invitations. If they're giving you 3 days, then in the next 3 days, they send out the next wave, etc., etc., etc. And I think that's going to be dope. That's going to be one of the ways I pre-order. I'm going to do it directly through Nintendo just to see how that goes. And then I'm going to also do through a major retailer, GameStop or Best Buy, one of those two. They're both doing midnight launches. So just to clarify that misinformation, pre-orders from retailers, Walmart, Best Buy, GameStop, they are not going live on May 8th. Nintendo has not said anything about May 8th pre-orders for the general public yet. This is just for those who registered interest directly through the My Nintendo store. And this date was listed way before the whole pre-order fiasco and Nintendo pausing, delaying pre-orders. The big thing is the June 5th release date has not changed. That has not changed. GameStop is doing a midnight launch. I saw that somewhere. Don't quote me on it, Lake Show. But I remember seeing that somewhere on the internet that GameStop is doing a midnight launch. And they have to. If Best Buy is going to do a midnight launch, GameStop's going to have to counter and do a midnight launch. Or else everybody's just going to pre-order through Best Buy. So don't quote me on it, but I believe I did see somewhere. Best Buy definitely confirmed they're doing a midnight launch. Yeah, call and check your local GameStop. But I'm hearing that they are going to do. You know what? Let's do that live. All right, let's do. Let me call GameStop live. Let me do that. I'm going to call my local GameStop. I'm going to put them on speaker too. GameStop near me. All right, let's go. All right. I think this is the closest one. We got a couple. All right, let's call. Let's put them on speaker. Let's see if the GameStop's doing a midnight.
Thank you for calling GameStop, where you can get a 20% boost
We're
on
doing
your
this live.
trade-ins towards the purchase or pre-order of any new game. Press 1 to speak with an associate now.
Should I troll them and be like, yo, I'm super hyped for the Switch 2, blah, blah. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. Let's just talk to them.
GameStop on Southern status.
Hey, I have a question.
Yes.
Are y'all doing a midnight launch for the Switch 2 console?
As far as I'm aware, that's not happening.
Oh, so you're not sure?
I'm like 99% pretty sure that's not going to happen. Just
Oh.
because Nintendo doesn't do midnight releases.
No, Best Buy has announced that they're doing theirs at midnight. They confirmed it. It's on their official website.
That's interesting. That could be a Best Buy deal or something. I mean, it could change, but like we haven't been informed of any midnight release or anything.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to check. Because if Best Buy is going to do a midnight, then they are. They announced that they're doing the midnight. Then I might just pre-order through them. All right.
Well, I don't think you can pre-order due to the tariffs.
Yeah. Well, once the pre-orders go live. Yeah.
They were canceled indefinitely as far as I know.
Yeah.
There's been no word on them like saying that they are coming back, like officially, but it's speculated that they will next month or later this month.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. All right. He does not know. These GameStop employees, bruh. He's clueless, says Mookman. He said that Nintendo does not do midnight launches. Then I had to hit him with, bro, Best Buy officially announced they're doing midnight launches. Then he went back, well, I don't know. Just say you don't know, bro. These GameStop employees be clueless, boy. They clueless. All right. So, I do believe GameStop's going to do a midnight launch. They're going to do a midnight launch as well. Because if Best Buy's doing it, they have to counter it and do it again. I was at midnight launch for Switch 1. Hey, you already know we're going to be in line getting us a Switch. All right. So, just to clarify, misinformation from GameStop. Herson with the $2 super chat. He says that guy ain't a gamer. All right. I need somebody to type Herson in the chat. Show my guy Herson some love. Appreciate it. Herson. Show my guy some love. Michael, type Herson. Jamar, type Herson. Dion, no Sag. They're spamming Herson in the chat. Show him some love. All right. Bro, this next news item is so funny. Hey, this whole pre-order situation has turned Nintendo fans into economic analysts, political analysts. We're watching them tariffs now. But it's also turned Nintendo fans into snitches. We are snitching. Bro. We are reporting scalpers on eBay. This is coming from GameSpot. Multiple places are talking about it. Nintendo fans are reporting scalpers on eBay. We are taking down eBay Switch 2 sellers. We've turned into snitches. The biggest and best snitches. All right. Like most sought-after devices, there has been some concern that the Switch 2 could end up in the crosshair of scalpers ahead of its launch. While some people are already attempting to sell the consoles at a higher price on sites like eBay, Nintendo fans are stepping in to report these listings en masse. We are... You gotta love Nintendo fans. We are reporting... y'all go on eBay, start reporting these scalpers. Now, this is how we're able to do it. Nintendo power, baby. We are the best. All right. On the Nintendo Switch 2 subreddit, as spotted by Games Radar, there are numerous posts detailing the war on scalpers. Currently, eBay's rules state that an item may not be sold unless it can be shipped out within 40 days. And at the time of writing, 55 days remain between now and June 5th, the Switch 2 launch date. So how are we able to report them? Because you could only list something if you plan on shipping it within 40 days. And we are 55 days away. So, ladies and gentlemen, we still have 15 days to snitch. We have 15 more days to keep on snitching to get these scalpers out of here. So I just thought that this is funny. Nintendo fans, hey, we're uniting over something. We're uniting over snitching. We are reporting these scalpers and taking them down off of eBay. That's funny. All right. This next news item. Zelda Breath of the Wild Switch 2 edition does not include the season pass, and that has been confirmed. And for me, I'm like, that makes sense. Why are people, sometimes we just fake rage just to fake rage. Bro, if you just imagine you paid for the DLC on the Switch 1. Now, if you paid for the DLC, you do get it with the Switch 2 edition. But if you did not pay for it, you don't get it for the Switch 2 edition. Why is that even an issue? How would that be fair? If people who paid, I think it was $20 for the DLC for the Switch 1, and then for other people to just get it for free after you spent $20 to pay for it, that's not fair. So that makes sense. I need that Stellar Blade on Switch 2 at Sony. Hey, Echidna, that would be epic. Echidna, yes. But you know what would be even better, Echidna? An all new, and you know Bayonetta's coming to the Switch 2. But Bayonetta with the graphical fidelity on that level of Stellar Blade, that's going to be even more of a big W. So, yeah, Stellar Blade was cool. I got it on my PS5. I didn't end up beating it. But I would want an all-new just imagine a next-gen Bayonetta with the power of the Switch 2. Bayonetta 4, that's going to be crazy, Red. Everybody who typed Echidna, Dark, Red, Dion, No Sag, Herson, all spamming Echidna in the chat. Let's go, bro. So this it really shouldn't even be a controversy of people upset that Breath of the Wild Switch 2 edition doesn't include the season pass. That wouldn't make any sense. So that's perfectly fine. Of course, it's not going to include it if you didn't pay for it. So you got to pay. It's DLC. You got to pay for it. All right. IGN has said that Nintendo PR has told them Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Nintendo Switch 2 edition does not include the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Pass DLC. That DLC is available as a separate purchase. All right. But that makes sense. But I'm almost certain if you did pay for it, it's included. It comes from a customer who may or may not have correct. Nintendo has not said whether the downloadable content is included in the full price Zelda games. All right, but I'll receive both. But I did read it somewhere else that if you did pay for it on the Switch 1, you get it for the Switch 2. And that makes sense. So, really a non-issue. And we got to be careful, Nintendo fans, because we got a lot of Sony and Xbox fans stirring up hate for Nintendo, and then we just follow along with them. For example, the whole drop the price spam, it's a lot of PlayStation and Xbox dudes who probably won't even be getting Mario Kart, just spamming it just to stir up hate, and we just follow them blindly like sheep. So I'm not happy with Sony and their censorship. All right, cool. We're kidding. Yeah, Stellar Blade is a dope game, so I would take it on the Switch 2, and I'd play it. I'll play it if it comes to the Switch 2. So we'll see. All right. Now let's look at an interview with the developer specifically talking about voice chat on the Switch 2, one of the newest features on the Switch 2, which I am super hyped for. This, and he was using the Pro controller. I didn't even pick that up during the trailer. So this is directly through the developer, like we've been doing previously, and we've been getting breaking new information through these interviews. So this is going to be dope. Let's check out these tidbits. What's up to everybody? I am hyped. I thought Switch 2 won't have achievements. Yeah, B-Man. I think it's not quite clear, 100% clear yet. Right now, it's leaning towards it's not going to have achievements, but I heard the Welcome Tour game is also going to have medals. So if more than one game is going to have this whole medals system, this has to be on the system level then. If they're going to use the same exact system as in another game, why would they do that if it's not going to be something united and something Nintendo consistently does? Don't quote me on it. I just heard about it on the internet. Nothing confirmed yet. But we're going to find out once the Switch 2 comes out. We will find out. All will be revealed. Another thing, if they, even with the whole achievements in the Zelda Notes app for Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I still think it's lame that it's coming through a separate app and not just on the UI. Not just on our profile where we can just see it right there, that we have to open our phones for something separate once again. Come on, Nintendo. They are experimenting, I guess. They need to just go full out into it. All right. So, the developers of the Switch 2 talking about game chat. They ask, so game chat is made up of many different technologies, but were there any challenges or conflicts while coordinating those technologies? This is Ono, one of the system developers. We mentioned earlier how game chat can be made to resemble a gaming live stream, but at the same time, it's not a live streaming tool. So we consciously avoided giving that impression. The main purpose of game chat is to communicate via speech. It also supports features like screen sharing and video chat when using a camera, which I think is dope. I think all of this is dope. So we hope people will enjoy trying out game chat with friends. Definitely gonna be using game chat almost every time I play with my camera. So any sponsors, members in the Discord, we're gonna be lit. We're gonna be game chatting it up. All right. So it's possible to make it resemble a gaming live stream if that's what you really want, but ultimately it's a communication feature. Ono responds, to avoid confusion, we went through a lot of trial and error, especially when it came to the layout of sharing game screens. For example, there's a feature where you can expand and view the game screen of another player. That's right, but it's still going to be choppy if you're viewing it on another screen. All right. When you do that, only the game screen is expanded and not the camera image of the player themselves. If a player expands a game screen, then that must be the thing they want to see more clearly. So we wanted players to be able to look at that screen while hanging out with close friends using voice chat and so on. You mentioned a student lounge. All right, oh no, we envisioned a place where close friends could gather. Everyone is sharing a space, but one person might be looking at their smartphone while another is playing a game and someone else is reading a comic. So everyone's doing their own thing, but it still feels comfortable being together. It's the same thing with game chat. Everyone can be playing the same game together or each be playing a different game while they enjoy hanging out. That's kind of carefree and comfortable space we're hoping to achieve. And I think that it's so dope that y'all could all be playing completely different games, but we just want to come together and hang out while we're playing on the Switch. I think that's going to be a dope experience. And there is a note, an asterisk that they clarify. Up to 4 people can share their screens in the same game chat session. Not only up to 4 can share their screen, but I did see somewhere else that up to 12 people can actually game chat. Don't quote me on that. It might be revealed right here, hopefully. That's why we're checking this out straight from the developers, so we can get that information. Lake Show says, fire, game, camera, day 1. Same here, Lake Show, camera, day 1. We're at 60 likes. I need 10 more people to give the stream a thumbs up. Let's crush 70 likes right now. Tokanuga. With game chat, I think conversations between friends will change from let's play Mario Kart at 3 p.m. to I'll send you a game invite, come join. Bro, Nintendo just confirmed game invites on a system level. Because they never said that before. They never said that. I think that was probably shown on stream, but never actually said. So we could do game invites. And we could do game invites on the Switch, but I think it was on the game level, not on the system level. You could do it through the system, but I don't think every game supported it. So hopefully this is something like Xbox level where your friend is on, let's say 2K, you could just invite, we could just invite each other into your gaming session. All right. All right. For example, with past Nintendo console, I don't think it was as easy to arrange an online play session without deciding in advance what games to play and when. But with the introduction of game chat, friends can just start gathering together even if they don't arrange the game and time in advance. While they each do their own thing, they can discuss what to play next or check out what their friends are playing and so on. I think this is a big change. Yeah, a big change for Nintendo. Nintendo is really stepping up their online services, and that's good. I see. Now I understand what you mean by student lounge. It's a place where you can hang out even if you don't have anything special planned. Oh no. Also, while testing out game screen sharing, we realize it's also effective at filling the gaps in conversations. What do you mean? Oh no. With voice chat, people tend to feel like they have to keep talking. But by sharing your game screen, it's like you're communicating without speaking. So you can stay in that space without it becoming awkward. Yeah, y'all just playing and hanging out. And then a conversation might start from another player's game screen that happens to catch your attention. Tamura, even just looking at someone else's screen can spark a conversation like, what game is that? Or how did you do that? At which point everyone might put down their controllers and focus on one player's screen. You can show others how to play by gesturing to the camera with your controller and saying, use this button and so on. So I think it creates new ways to enjoy games that you've been playing alone. Facts. All right, oh no. Speaking of new ways to have fun, we made a new discovery when we were playing Stardew Valley online with everyone using game chat. What is it? When everyone is assigned a role and starts collecting their materials, it's easy to lose track of where everyone is. But when you're sharing your game screen with game chat, you can now at a glance what other players are doing. You can have exchanges like, I see you struggling in that cave. I'm coming to help you. If information can be shared more easily between players, it gives you way more ways to play online. This was something we learned over the course of development. Tokanuga, let's keep going. Good information. The same goes for Animal Crossing New Horizons. You can go visit your friend's island when you're playing online. But even if you're busy on your own island, if you can see your chat partner's game screen, you can say, for example, hey, Red's on your island. They said Red. Shout out to Red in the chat. They just said Red, no lie. Let me come over and shop. It felt like my field of vision had suddenly expanded beyond my personal gaming world, which I found that was a great experience. Oh no. We found that games with a time limit can also become even more fun with game chat. Party Time UFO doesn't have an online competitive mode, but for example, two people playing locally could connect to two other players via game chat and share their game screen, letting them compete for scores if they were playing 2 versus 2. When you glance at the other team's game screen, you can see how much time they have left and realize, hey, we're winning, or you might get tips on how to win. So it felt like we'd created a new kind of gameplay. They ask, it seems like even single-player titles like Ring Fit Adventure can be turned into a competition if you use game chat. Oh no. With game screen sharing, it's possible to compete against other players. But since the Nintendo Switch 2 camera has a wide-angle view, it might be more fun to see each other moving while playing the game, rather than just the game screen. Plus, if you're playing with other people, it feels like you're in it together, which might help you overcome exercises that you would have struggled to do on your own. So you can have exercise partners on Wii Fit. How cool! I probably won't be doing that, but it's just fun just to see different things you could do with game chat. All right. I see. It's a way to enjoy the game that wouldn't exist without the camera. By the way, I heard that Switch 2 will have a feature called Camera Play, which brings the camera into the gameplay. Oh no, I never heard this Camera Play. I saw in like Mario Party them hitting the blocks, but I didn't know they had an official phrase to it. Ring Fit Battle on Game Chat Day 1 Red. With Camera Play, the camera feed is displayed on screen as you play. For example, with Super Mario Party Jamboree Switch 2 Edition, which is compatible with Camera Play, your face is captured by the camera and displayed next to the character you're playing. Oh, yeah, I think that's dope. In party games, it can sometimes be difficult to keep track of who's using which character. But when you get first place in a minigame, a crown is placed above your face. And if you choose an effect like "Oh no" appears, so it's fun to watch all that unfold on screen. I think all of this is just so fun and dope, man. Shout out to everybody who gave the stream a thumbs up. 70 likes, 10 more people. Let's get the stream to 80 likes. What's wrong with you? All right.
I don't be using game chat.
Why?
Because nobody else can have Switch 2.
You might. You can use it with me.
That's me to be right in the house.
All right. But when you first play the minigame, all right, which way that? Oh no. Camera Play can be used both offline while using Game Chat online. By combining it with Game Chat, Camera Play can be enjoyed with friends far away. Tamura, you don't usually get to see your own facial expressions when playing a game, but it's refreshing to see them displayed on the game screen alongside everyone else. That sounds like fun. But since faces and expressions will be clearly visible on screen, I'm curious about the overall safety. What kind of controls will be in place to ensure it's safe to use? We thought a lot about how we can make game chat safe and secure for players. First of all, you won't be able to use game chat with everyone on your friend list by default. We assume some players will have somebody on their friend list who they've only played online with once, and yet somehow they ended up accepting their friend requests. Given that possibility, players might feel uncomfortable if suddenly everyone on their friend list can invite them to a video chat. With that in mind, during the initial setup, you can choose the friends you want to be able to chat with from your friend list before you start using game chat. That's dope. So, if you join a room created by a friend, it'll only include people you or your friend have approved for game chat. Even if a friend or a friend is in the room, you'll see that before joining, so you won't end up chatting with people you don't want to. That's dope. So you can create your different game rooms. I wonder how many people you can invite into a room. But in the case of children, you need to be even more careful, don't you? And I'm glad Nintendo's allowing this, but still allowing parent controls to keep kids safe, rather than just not doing this at all. Oh no, there was a lot of internal discussion about this, and we decided that children under 16 can only use game chat with people on their friend list whom their parent or guardian has given permission to chat with via the Nintendo Switch parent control app. That's right. For example, my kids, they want to use it. We're only going to allow them to use it with people they know in real life. Like, they're not going to be camera chatting with strangers. So, all right. But we're even more cautious when it comes to video chat. When a child tries to start or join a video chat on their Switch 2, a request is sent to the parents' app. The request must be approved before the video chat can begin. While children may feel a bit restricted, we decided to prioritize safety and require parents to approve the request every time. So every time a child under 16 wants to video chat, it has to be approved by a parent. And I think that's dope. That's the way to do it, rather than just not allowing it at all. Thank you, Nintendo. Tamura, the Switch 2 camera is also equipped with a privacy shutter that allows the lens to be shut when not in use. And you can see at a glance when the camera is on or off. That's cool. Oh no, we want everyone to feel comfortable using this feature, so we place a high priority on safety to avoid any unpleasant experiences. Of course, We want all players to follow the community guideline when chatting with friends. All right, and they're coming to the end. This is dope, man. Thank you very much. It's clear you put a lot of effort into creating a chat feature that everyone can use comfortably and safely. Last but not least, could you each give a message to the players who will be using game chat tomorrow? I'd like everyone to first have fun trying it out with close friends. When Switch 2 is released, I'd like to invite my friends who live far away, who I don't often get to see, to join me on game chat and play together using the Switch 2 camera. I hope a lot of people will get to experience it. It's going to be fun, man. This is going to be fun. Pumpkin Pie, what's up, bro? All right, Tokanuga. When I played existing games with game chat, I felt like I was able to see them from a new perspective. I don't know if everyone will experience the same feeling, but whatever game it is, please just ask a friend to join you and give it a try. You can quietly focus on the game or chat while you play. There are lots of ways to enjoy it, so I'd be more than happy if game chat become a part of players' gaming lives. And finally, oh no, this is the last comment. Game chat is packed with many features, including voice chat, video chat, and the ability to share game screens. But we've developed it so that players can use it without too much effort. So even if you're a first timer, having reservations about voice chat, or don't like difficult features, please give it a try. And I love the fact that Nintendo's saying it's going to be simple to use. Simplicity, the key to life. All right. We develop it so players would instinctively get how to use it just by playing around. Also, depending on how you use game chat, you might see games you've played previously in a new light. Even as developers, we definitely haven't discovered all the ways that game chat can be used with existing games. I hope players will discover lots more new and interesting ways to play with it. So, shout out to Nintendo. I like this developer director interview series. We only have one more that they have on there that we haven't talked about, but it gives us such great insight on Nintendo's thought process and what they're doing with what they're doing. I'll just stick to Discord. We're going to be on that game chat, Pumpkin Pie. All right. Streets of Rage is now available on NSO. Let's check it out. If any sponsors have Streets of Rage and want to play real quick, you could join me. If not, I'm just going to do one player. Let's get through a stage. Let's play through a stage of Streets of Rage. Let's do it. Oh, would help if I... Well, my Elgato is on. Close this window. Booyah! Here it is! Here it is! Streets of Rage. Let's do it. And so many, we got Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo game. This is my childhood, man. Nintendo has it all for me. Let's go. And if any platform that I would want, it would be Sega Genesis. Just imagine, you know what I'm thinking? You know how they added GameCube? What if they add Dreamcast, bro, or Sega Saturn as another tier for Nintendo Switch Online? That would be so dope. A new update, let's do it. This is for the new games. That would be so dope, bro. I need to tweet that out, bro, while we're doing this. Let me tweet this out. Dreamcast. Oh, no. Hold on. No. Leave it. Why is it taking so long? 2 minutes. All right, while it's doing that, let me tweet this out. Hey, make sure y'all follow me on Twitter, brah. Twitter/X, brah. I need an image of a Dreamcast. All right, there we go. All right, here we go. It shouldn't even take this long. It usually doesn't take this long.
Usually it takes quick.
All right, save the photo.
For me. Take too quick for me.
Genesis Switch Online.
It's already at 47, 48 now, 49.
All right, let's go. One more minute. One more minute. We're gonna be playing Streets of Rage. That fire, bruh. Streets of Rage is that fire. What's up, everybody? Coming into the chat. All right, let me tweet this out.
60, 61, 60,
How cool
63,
would
64,
it be
80,
if
100.
Nintendo added Dreamcast to
That's a Daddy,
NSO?
you on it?
All right,
Daddy.
I'm coming. Post. All right, let's go. Hey, we got a shout out to Michonne with the $2 super chat. I need to do more gameplay on this channel too, like maybe at nighttime at a different stream. We'll see, because I do have my second channel for gameplay. Vector, man, I forgot how we got this, bro. Some of these Genesis games that we already have Streets of Rage 2, Sonic 2, bro. We got some great Nintendo. If y'all had achievements, bro, I would 100% every single retro game, bro. This is me, bro. All right, so we got eSWAT. We got Super Thunderblade. And we got Streets of Rage. You think 2K gonna have crossplay on Switch 2? I think it will, and because I think it's gonna be able to run at as long as it's gonna be able to run at 60 frames per second, it's gonna be crossplay. So I think it will. I think it will. Even if it don't matter. I'm getting Switch 2 version. Bro, here we go. This is iconic. The city was once a happy, peaceful place until one day a powerful secret criminal organization took over. This vicious syndicate soon had control over the government and even the police force. The city has become a center of violence and crime where no one is safe. Amid this turmoil, a group of determined young police officers were sworn to clean up the city. Among them are Adam Hunter, Axel Stone, and Blaze Fielding. They are willing to risk anything, even their lives, on the streets of Rage. Oh, and I need everybody to spam Michonne. I didn't even see that, Michonne. Let me show him some love. Yo, Obi-Wan, you ready for Virtual Fighter 6? Bro, yes. I need the chat to type Mick Sean in the chat. Show my guy Mick Sean some love. Bro, Virtual Fighter was I used to like Virtual Fighter 2, bro. I hope we get Virtual Fighter. Let's go. Streets of Rage. Kids. This is what your dad used to play when he was a kid. Y'all age. These were the games he played. We're going to do player. What are the options? Options sound just rubble. Normal, hard, hardest, easy. Normal, hard, hardest, easy. All right, we're going to keep everything else the same. Let's go. One player. Start. Let's go. Dun, dun, dun. They got A, jump speed. I used to always play with Blaze. Let's go. Power B, jump speed A. Let's go. Let's go. That's right, Red. We play all our games on easy, bro. I don't try to impress nobody. I just play to have fun. All right, let's go. 2D. Oh, yeah, let's go. All right, that's jump. Punch. Oh, I used my special. Why was it special? Rip. Bazooka. For nobody. All right. And usually that clears the screen. Did I just use my special? Yeah, that was mine. All right, let's go. Let's grab. Hey! Let's go. I forgot. Oh, that's what happens when you push both buttons at the same time. Is the back kick. All right. Let's go. Hey! Let's go. That's a back kick. Jump kick. Hey!
I don't think they're real Street Fighter.
Nah. Let's go. Don't you get turkeys like extra life? We'll wait until. Oh, let's just see it now. All right, let's go. Get wrecked. Oh. There's a way to throw the items too. I don't know if you could throw it in this game. All right, let's go. Oh, we want a pipe. Let's go. Get wrecked. Oh! The hitbox. This reminds me of Donatello. This is why Donatello was my favorite Ninja Turtle. Because he had the high hitbox in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first one on the NES. I'm still getting wrecked. Come here, bro. Come here. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Oh, my health is... Man. Let's go. Man, I can't believe I used my special. So I can't even use it on the boss. Let me see. Can you still? No, you can't. Oh, yeah. You can still rewind in this. So that's dope. So you can still cheat. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That's an easy throw. Woo! I didn't know he could do that. I forgot about that. Forgot about that.
You can do that.
Let's go. But for those of you coming in, Streets of Rage is now available on Nintendo Switch Online, the Sega Genesis tier. Let's go. Oh wait, hold on. I need to see something. I need to make sure I need to change something with my tweet. Hold on. Make sure I tweeted what I meant to say. Edit post. For Switch 2. Yeah, that's for Switch 2 update. All right, there we go. There we go. Had to clarify that. All right, let's go. Oh man, we got knives and whips. It's about to be tough. Oh, one hit, they dead quick. I could have swore there's a way to throw. Oh, we got it. Oh yeah. Oh, just as long as they're not close to me. Let's go. I think those ladies here were modeled after. What was that? What's that fighting game in? For this, I think that's on Nintendo Switch Online too. Final Fight. Do we have Final Fight? Oh, I forgot I could do the somersault backflip. Do we have Final Fight on Switch Online? Oh, boss time. This boss music's always epic. Boom. Let's go. Boomerang. I forgot about him. Oh man, tough. Jump, backflip. Boom. Get wrecked, boy. Oh, kick me. Dome. Oh, let's go. First stage complete. We are the GOAT. And then achievement should be unlocked. Street Fighter complete. Level 1. Come on, Nintendo.
Come on, Nintendo.
All right. So, that's Streets of Rage. Dope game. We lit. We hype. All right, we're going to stop right here. All right, y'all. That's the news we have for today. What do you guys think about everything we talked about? Yeah. Sound off in the comment section below. Don't hit my hand, Brielle. I want to know. But before you go, bro, click that subscribe button. Stay up to date. All things Nintendo. We out. Peace. See y'all later.
Yeah, Peter.
Oh, we have our camera! Reggie Pizza Man!
Obi-Wan plays.
That's right. What's up? All right.
Obi-Wan plays.